Sorry about that. So, back. So I got my bike. It's not a crime! Bike and shit.
We're going this way, walking to City Hall Park. Going this way.
City Hall Park.
Sorry. So, First Johnson here at Chambers Street, ready to hit City Hall Park. I got my bike, so I'll figure it out with the bill and shit. Probably told the Uber about to lip out that, but I'm here. A little tired, but I'm here. Leggings and shit.
That's the most spacious area.
That's City Hall Park. Okay, that sounds good.
I mean, unless you can get in.
No, they got the. They doing some artwork over there.
It makes no sense to do it there. We just dying there.
I got your city bikes at the station on First Street and
I just
Nassau.
think, like, for the amount of people, like,
First Street, Nassau Street. It's going to be. guys would definitely have a contribution.
Of course, yeah.
You all did it together.
It's a beautiful thing. Everybody coming out.
It's only a matter of time, just like those that wish to speak, make an announcement. Anna's gonna talk to you.
All right, guys, if you're here with Time's Up, can you come to the front, please? If you're here with Time's Up, Time's Up, Time's Up. Time's Up, where you at?
Yo, Gustavo from
Yeah, you want right here? They're gonna speak.
Cyclists taking up space in this city is not a crime. Biking is not a crime. Biking's not a crime. Biking's not a crime. Biking's not a crime.
Biking's not a crime.
Biking is not a crime. Biking is not a crime. Biking is not a crime. Biking is not a crime. Biking is not a crime.
Yeah.
Woo! You gotta go.
All right, all right, all right. Go! Guys, have your attention, please.
Yeah.
First and foremost, give it up for yourselves. Thank you for participating in Critical Mass.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, man. Louder.
Yeah.
And let's take 1 second to remind everybody. Whose streets are these?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Hands off.
Our bikes!
Hands off.
Our bikes!
Hands off.
Our bikes!
Hands off.
Our bikes!
All right, all right. Good evening, everybody. I'm here with Time's Up. And yeah, that's right. Time's Up. Give it up for Time's Up, y'all. If you know, you know, you know. We've been out here since 1987 doing environmental justice, advocating for sustainable transportation in New York City. And if you don't know, Critical Mass went dormant, but back in the beginning, Time's Up was part of the very first Critical Mass rides in New York. There were no bike lanes at that time. There were no city bikes. There was no Vision Zero. Riding a bike in itself was an act of resistance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people fought for their right to these streets. They were harassed. They were attacked. They were arrested. Just for trying to get around. You get me? But they rode anyway. And that pressure changed the city.
Yeah.
Everything you're able to use today, today's infrastructure, your bike lanes, your greenways, the pedestrian plazas, Herald Square, Times Square.
With no cars.
All of that was built on the backs of those early protesters.
All of you today! Quit mass then and quit mass now!
Like I said, all that progress that you see today was built on the backs of those early protesters, but now we see that hard-won progress under attack.
Shame! Shame on the NYPD, shame!
On April 28th, the NYPD shifted policy to issue criminal court summonses instead of tickets for minor violations.
Shame.
As you know, drivers don't get treated the same way. This was done with no regard for the statistics and without any input from the Department of Transportation or the City Council. It's a dangerous and unjust escalation. It's being framed as a matter of public safety, as part of an initiative to improve the quality of life here. But we know better. The real threat to public safety in New York is cars.
Yeah.
That's right. Mayor Adams, in his press conference just 3 days ago on Tuesday, he suggested that cyclists and drivers posed a similar threat to people in the streets. But the data says otherwise. Drivers, and listen up for this, please. In New York, drivers are responsible for over 90% of pedestrian injuries. Cyclists account for less than 1%. 1%. Mr. Mayor, the numbers don't add up. Drivers who commit violations and get tickets, they get to carry on with little other than a fine. But our cyclists, our commuters, our couriers, and most importantly, our delivery workers, our deliveristas. Give it up for the deliveristas. They're being targeted. They're being summoned, and most importantly, they're being pulled into the criminal justice system. That's just not fair.
That's right.
These are the same delivery workers who, just a few years ago, 2020, they were being hailed as heroes of the pandemic. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that, right? They brought meals to our doors. They brought supplies to our doors when the whole city shut down. They were out here working for you, for all of you. But now they're under attack. They're being vilified, harassed by police, forced to miss work for court dates, and in many cases, they're being put at risk for deportation. Simply for riding a bike. Does that sound right to you?
No!
So respectfully, Commissioner Tisch, Mayor Adams, we see through the smoke and mirrors. We see this for what it is. It's an unjust, inequitable policy that criminalizes people just for trying to survive.
Shame!
That punishes them for moving through their own city.
Shame!
This is not about safety. This is not about quality of life. This is not about keeping the streets safe. This is about control. And we're not going to stand for it. As cyclists, we refuse to be scapegoated while the real threat to safety in our streets remains unchecked. Can you guys remind me, what's the main threat to our safety in these streets?
Police.
What was that?
Huh?
What's the threat?
Yeah.
That's right. We stand in solidarity with our deliveristas.
Yeah.
We stand in solidarity with our bike messengers, our working cyclists, our bicycle commuters, and everyone else who relies on two wheels as part of their daily life. We demand an immediate end to this policy, this unjust, harmful policy. And we ride together, just as we always have,
Yeah.
to take our streets back. Thank you. All right, next up is Ando from the New York Bicycle Messenger Association. Give it up for Ando.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for coming out. Yeah, that's my name. No, but this is all of you guys. All of you guys came out here. You showed up. We couldn't have done any of this without you guys. This started as a conversation between the other half of the NYCP BMA, Coco and I. Our friend Caesar got arrested at Central Park doing some laps. I'm sure all you saw the video. And what did that cop say? Double up, all right. What did that cop say? In America we speak English? Something like that? Come on now. We know what these policies are. They're racist. These policies are racist. This mayor is under the president's thumb. He's trying to stay his ass out of jail, so he's gonna lay it out on all of us. We're not criminals.
are not criminals.
How do I follow up the last speech? Because I didn't really write anything, but it was beautiful to watch it happen, you know. Thank all you guys. Thank all the groups involved. Years ago, the mayor of the city did try to close the streets down. This was years and years ago. We had Steve the Greek, R.I.P., organized a bunch of messengers. They shut down avenues because they were trying to keep bike messengers out. They were saying that the bikes were the cause of the traffic.
Shame! Shame!
We're not gonna take this shit. We're not gonna take it. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna hopefully keep continuing these critical mass rides. The bike messengers in this city, although we're not that many and we're slowly fizzing out, we still got deliveristas. We still got people doing pharmacy work. There are lots of us working out here, and there's no reason we're gonna lose a day of pay to go to court to pay a fucking ticket for what? I don't know what else to say, guys.
Who are streets?
Who are streets?
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
Yo, thank you all so much. I'm Coco from the BMA. Thank you so much for coming through. When we refounded the BMA a couple years ago, the Bike Messenger Association, closer. We wanted to make it clear that bike messaging is not exclusive. We do not exclude people. We are an inclusive community. We are an inclusive community. We want to make sure nobody gets overseen. We're all in this together. Damn, kind of drew a blank too. Yo, everybody's presence here tonight makes a difference. Yeah. Numbers make a difference. I don't have much more to say. Please bear with me, but coming up next month in a few weeks, it's election season. Please be aware of our local community leaders. They are listening to us. They're seeing us. They see us in numbers. Know who to vote for. If you're not going to vote, no shame on that. Tell other people to vote then. But know who your council leaders are. TA, come up through, please.
Frank Adams or Cuomo? Don't make evil Andrew for mayor!
Le quería decir un mensaje en español a los deliveristas que están acá con nosotros. Nosotros estamos con ustedes. No nos vamos a callar, no nos vamos a dejar que nos amenacen como criminales. Y aquí estamos con ustedes, estamos luchando juntos.
I'm Anna from Transportation Alternatives, and we're here to say that biking is not a crime. When they come for one of us, they come for all of us. We are united in our fight for everyone to be able to ride safely through the city. Let's be clear. NYPD Commissioner Tisch criminal summons policy change is a direct attack on the most vulnerable among us. Immigrant New Yorkers could be at risk of deportation with this decision. What NYPD is doing is putting people's lives, livelihoods, and families at risk, and we're not going to stand for it. What I saw today was the opposite of that policy. I saw joy. I saw solidarity.
Right.
I saw a community taking care of its own and each other. So, are we going to let this stand?
No!
Are we going to let Tisch try to divide and attack us?
No!
Are we going to be silent about this?
No!
So we're fighting back with all of you, every one of you. We're not going anywhere, and like we just said, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás York Bike and Brew.
I got my notes though. I got my notes. No, I'll hold this for you. He's got to hold it. You don't have to press the button. Check, mic check, mic check, mic check!
Check this guy!
Hi, my name's Duncan from NYC Bike and Brew. We're a social group. Every Tuesday we get hundreds of riders out here in New York City, and we stand with all of the cycling groups here today and cycling groups across New York City. We condemn the targeted profiling of cyclists and unfair treatment when cars commit infractions every day with hardly a slap on the wrist. Cars kill hundreds of people every year in this city, not cyclists. Riders are being deterred from biking or simply trying to do their jobs due to fear of criminalization and deportation.
Shame!
This enforcement pushes vulnerable workers into danger physically and financially. This crackdown aligns with pressure from the federal government to remove undocumented people from U.S. cities.
Shame!
Streets should be safe for everyone, not used for a pretext of criminalization and displacement. Cars kill. Biking is not a crime. Biking is community. Biking is family. Cars kill. Bikes don't. In a world built around these 2-ton-plus metal machines, it's not sensible. We should have cities ready for cyclists to get around safely. And we stand with all cyclists, especially those who are immigrants, workers, and people of color. So next up, I'm handing the mic to our friends, Los Deliveristas Unidas.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, these guys are going to close it out for us. Give it up for Los Deliveristas Unidos.
Hi, my name is Josh. I'm a working cyclist. I organize with the BMA and Los Deliveristas Unidos.
Louder!
Louder? Yeah. Okay. Not great with public speaking, so I'm going to keep this short. What we show today is the power of the bicycle and taking up space. Imagine if, when we were going down 6th Avenue, Park Avenue, imagine if all of us were a car. Think of how gridlocked we were. And this is something that working cyclists know, is that we have to work on our bikes because it's the most efficient way to deliver goods in this city.
That's right.
It's an infrastructure which was built for cars, and then bikes are being shoehorned in. And these policies that we're seeing, this is a response to changes that have came in the city over the last few years, especially the proliferation of e-bikes as a mode of transportation, which, guess what, are the most efficient mode of transportation for delivering goods on high margins in this city. Yeah. And the Deliveristas know that. And where did this workforce come from? Did they just decide to start working one day? No, it came from the apps. The apps were the ones who created the demand. And in all the conversations about how do we address these workforce, how do we design safe streets, where are the apps standing up for their workers as they're being criminalized? Where are the apps demanding safe infrastructure when they have turned the entire city into a workspace for 65,000 delivery workers who are riding every day? And what is the city doing instead? They're criminalizing the workers. Everyone has said this already, but we can see it. This is just an anti-immigration policy which is made to cast a wide net and get people dragged into the criminal court system. Shame. We're seeing already that many of the tickets that are being processed are for made-up offenses. The cops aren't even trying to follow the law. Shame. All they want to do is drag people who are not committing any crime into court and mark them as criminals.
They have a quota to meet. ICE has to get 3,000 people a day.
Exactly. Thank you for everyone for coming out, standing in solidarity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Muchas gracias por el apoyo y la solidaridad hacia los repartidores de comida. Los repartidores de comida somos trabajadores esenciales que durante la pandemia nos arriesgamos en las calles de la ciudad, enfrentándonos a asaltos, robos y también al COVID. Y en su momento nos trataron como trabajadores esenciales y ahora somos perseguidos en esta nueva ley que están implementando la policía. Y esto no es justo. Esperemos que eso pare, ya que esto está creando miedo y descontento en la comunidad también. Como lo vimos hoy noche, fuimos no solo unos 5, sino que somos un buen número, que demostramos que somos fuertes y tenemos el poder también de decirle a la ciudad alto a estas leyes que son discriminatorias.
So I'm going to translate for Gustavo, one of the leaders of los Deliveristas Unidos here in the city of New York. Gustavo said, "Thank you very much for your solidarity. This is very, very important for us. Los Deliveristas in this city, we are essentials. We are heroes during the pandemic, and now the police is following us and targeting and giving us tickets that are criminals, and we are not criminals. We want them to stop doing this. They are generating fear in this workforce. We are thousands of people that are feared to leave their home to work every day. But today we demonstrate that we are strong, and we are strong with your solidarity today." And I want to add, and thank you, Gustavo, and I want to add that yesterday doing outreach street, I met a delivery worker who got a ticket, a criminal ticket, at 2 in the morning. Nobody was on the street. Nobody. He crossed in red light, and the police was like at the other side, and he got a ticket. He didn't put anybody at risk. No pedestrian, no cars, nobody was there, and he got a ticket. So, Commissioner Tisch, you people are doing a very, very bad job. So, thank you everybody, and all the bicycles here are so beautiful. The diversity of these bikes are great. So thank you very much.
Hello. We were circulating a petition at the beginning of the ride, but if you want to sign a petition, come see me. The petition goes to Mayor Adams, City Council. The petition goes to your City Council member, which are the levers of power to influence Mayor Adams and Commissioner Tisch. So if you want that, let me know.
You get one?
Yeah, sure.
Can you get one, please?
All right, that's it, guys. Thank you all for coming. Get home safe. Get home safe.
So, Chris Johnson here. I'm done. Came out to show my support. About to disperse. It was a great time to show up. Oh, you're BMA, right? Yeah. Instagram. IG. Yeah.
What's your name?
Christopher.
Christopher?
Yeah. I saw it on your page. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thanks for doing this, man. Thank you. So,
Great idea.
So, Chris Johnson here. I'm done here tonight. I gotta
If you
go
know a
home.
place in Carroll Garden,
My phone's about to die. I bust my ass doing this, but it's for a good cause to bust my ass. So, I care. Biking is not a crime. And you want to log off here. God is great. Take care of New York City. Shout to Transo. Shout to LDU. Work Christmas Project. Shout to everybody out here doing this. And take care of New York City. Peace out. Later. Gotta log off. Happy Friday evening.